Hello everybody, welcome back to a new video. Today we are doing our uneducated, way too early schedule predictions. Of course, this is the AFC South edition. We did the East and the North, I think, in the past two videos. So now we're doing this one. The next one is the AFC East, or West is the next one. And that will complete the trifecta. So there's all that. But anyways, let's start off with the last place team from last year, the Tennessee Titans, who didn't make the playoffs last year. Of course, they're at 3-14, fired their head coach, you have Robert Saleh as their new head coach. Now, let's talk about them. Let's see what they're going to do, what they think. I don't think they're going to be that good. I think Robert Saleh is a great coach and all, but I do think it's going to take a little bit of time for them to win. That being said, do I think they do better than last year? Well, we'll see. You're going to play the Jets open the week, be honest with you. You're probably going to lose that one with Robert Saleh, new coach, Aaron Glenn. You know, probably he's going to have some things pull off, just like the Jets last year. You know what I mean? It might even be a pity win for the Jets. But then you're going to go play Philly. You're going to lose there. I don't think you're going to beat Philly. Philly has a way better team than you. Then you're going to play the Giants at MetLife on the shitty turf at MetLife. You guys are going to lose. Sorry. Then you're going to go play the Ravens. Pretty tough stretch right there. First three games, you're 0-3 to start the season. Or you're 0-4 to start the season. Going into the Texans. But I do see you guys getting an upset win at the Texans because you always got to beat them once. Always divisional rivals. You always beat them once. Texas slipped up. Then you go to the Colts. We'll give you that. And then we'll have you win against the Browns. So you got off 3 wins, you know. So your season's not looking too bad. You know, they're 3-4 going into Cincinnati. Let me give you a little. You're gonna lose. Yeah, they got a good team. The other teams, not so much, but they got a good team. But anyways, Cincy, you're gonna lose too. So you're gonna be what, 3-5 at the bye week, which not bad. Not too good. Better than you were last year. I think you had one game you beat, I think it was Raiders you beat, right? The whole season for the most part until the end. You got easy rattle off a couple wins. But anyways, let's keep going. You're gonna go to Jacksonville, 3-5. You're gonna lose. Then you got the Cowboys, and then you got to play Jacksonville again, both away. You're gonna lose again. That's 3 losses in a row. Head into Washington, 3-8, week 13. I give you a win there. I think the Commanders sometimes screw up. They always have those games where they play down the competition, is what I think you'd call it. So they always do that. They always have those ones. So, I'll give you that. Commanders, you're probably going to end up winning there. Where am I at? Week 14 at the Lions. You're going to lose there. Then you play the Colts. You're at the Raiders. You're at the Steelers. That's all losses. So you go 3 straight losses to end the season. Going into the last week at the Texans, which I think Texans will have backups. So at the end of the day, I think you guys win that game because the Texans probably have backups. They might not, though. So it's either or, but we'll give you there. So at the end, you're going 5-12. Well, 2 more games than you did the previous year, but with a new coach, maybe they keep him around for more than a year. Maybe he does something. Maybe Robert Saleh does something. Other than that, I mean, get out of my face. Trash. Gonna be trash again this year. Sorry, Tennessee Titan fans. It's not looking good. But, anyways, I mean, I guess you're looking better than the fucking Patriots head coach. Am I right? Mike Vrabel. Ooh, you guys fired him. Now look at him. What a cheating bitch. In my opinion, it doesn't really matter. It's off the field stuff. But he did go to the Super Bowl, which, I mean, I don't know how you Titans feel about that, but sorry. You guys should have fired him. Don't worry, I think the Bills are going to make the same mistake, but I have the Bills winning, as you saw in the last video. But still, it is what it is. Are the Bills going to be the new Titans? We'll see. Anyways, next is the Indianapolis Colts. Mr. Retirement Home. I mean, they just signed their, what was that guy? Alex Priest, whatever the fuck his name is, whatever. They re-signed him, so not too bad. You're not doing too bad, but I mean, I don't think Daniel Jones is going to do good in the second year, especially after coming hurt. He had a lot to prove last year, so, You know what I mean? So this year, I don't know. This right here, don't think he's gonna do as good, but we'll see, huh? Because in week 1, you got the Ravens. You're gonna lose there. Then week 2, you got the Chiefs at the Chiefs. You're probably gonna lose there. Then you're playing the Texans in week 3. You're gonna lose there. You got the Washington Commanders in week 4. I think they're gonna start to strong. The Commanders are. So you're gonna lose there. You go 0-4 going to the Steelers at the Steelers. You guys pick up your first win. I do think you guys will beat the Steelers. Don't think the Steelers have a lot. Therefore, this is a prediction before Aaron Rodgers was signed, but still, we're going to keep going because this was way too early, uneducated. But I was in the middle of things with them. Anyways, I already predicted the Steelers, but I don't really see the record changing that much because of Aaron Rodgers. But anyways, what was I? Steelers, win. And then you go 3 straight losing. You're going to be losing to the Titans. I decided to give you guys, them a pity win there. So you're going to lose to the Vikings. You're going to lose to Jacksonville because those both games are away. So you're 1-7 going into the Cowboys. But hey, the Cowboys played down the competition more than anybody in the league. So week 9, I think I have you guys beating the Cowboys. 2-7 going into the Dolphins. You're going to lose that game. Dolphins don't have as much pieces as you guys, but I mean they don't. It's around the same, in my opinion. I do think the Dolphins are going to come out in that one, though I do think the Dolphins with Malik Willis probably have a better chance than you guys do, but you guys have better receivers. I don't know. Get the game go either way. You're going to lose to the Texans again, probably get swept, go 2-8. You're going to lose to the Giants late in the season. You're going 2-9 going to the Giants. You're going to lose to them. 2-10 going into the bye. Hasn't been a very good season. It is what it is, you guys are kind of struggling. You guys are in rebuild mode. In my opinion, you guys are still looking for your franchise quarterback. So you guys might need a down year to go and get that. So this might be a best case scenario for the Colts because you really don't have any young pieces anywhere other than your wide receivers. Your defense is it's pretty good. It's not too bad, but it's riddled with holes. But you're in your bye week, week 13. You're going to go into week 14 against the Eagles, 2-10. Probably going to lose that game. Play the Titans, though, the next week. I give you a win there. I give you a pity win because the Titans are going to suck, too. So you go 3-11, go to Cincy, go to the Browns, and then lose. And your last game, week 18, with Jacksonville, probably going to be a loss. So, in the end, I guess I got you guys going 3-14. You guys really don't have too much, in my opinion. You guys are kind of struggling at QB. I feel like Danny Jones isn't the answer. I do think this year is going to prove it. It sucks he's coming off an injury, but it is what it is. Unfortunately, I'll put this down nicely for you Colts fan because I know it is what it is. Daniel Jones kind of fucked you. You guys should have had a shit year last year, but you didn't, and you didn't even make playoffs last year, and you guys should have been in the running for a good quarterback, but it is what it is. Set you down nicely. Now, we get on to 2 teams that were really good last season, and damn right will probably be good this season. We have the Houston Texans. Houston Texans. It's more of a bowl, so it'd be like more than a bark. But anyways, last year you guys went 12-5 and you lost in your divisional round against the Pats. Of course, I think that was a game that Mr. C.J. Stroud threw 4 interceptions. Not better than Brock Purdy, now is he? Sucks. Kind of the same because Brock threw 4 interceptions, but he also throws 5 touchdown games. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, I digress. The Texans. Holy shit. The Texans went 12-5 last year. Lost in the divisional to the Pats. Let's see how you guys do this year. I think you guys are going to still be good this year. Is you get a hard one right off the bat against the Bills. I think you're going to lose right off the bat. Bills are a good team. Coach can make them even better. You could hinder them or better them. I think the Bills are going to win. They just have a tremendous amount of talent. Josh Allen, yada, 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 Cooks. It is what it is. Then you're going to go on to Cincy. You guys are better than Cincy. I think you've proved it. So I think you guys are going to get the win there. Go 1-1 against the Colts at the Colts. Are you losing that? Oh, dude, I have an upset win here. Yeah, I think I fucked up. Oh, no, you have a win. There you go. No, I was right. Yep, you're going to win against the Colts. 2-2, tight ends. Oh no, 2-1 against the Cowboys. I think you guys are gonna lose to the Cowboys. Cowboys always end up in the early season looking pretty decent. So the next one you play the Titans, and I did give the Titans the upset win over there against the Texans because I feel like you're gonna be in the dumps after losing to the Cowboys. So you'll be 2-3 going to Jacksonville. I think you guys are gonna be in Jacksonville. Jacksonville. You guys have it. I think you guys will bounce back. You'll beat the Giants because I think you guys are a better team. I still think the Giants will probably still be figuring themselves out at that time in Week 7. So therefore, 4-3 going into your bye in Week 8, which is a pretty good bye. You play half your games, you go into your bye. So I keep getting out of focus camera over here. I don't have a very big area. But going into Week 9 with the Chargers, you're 4-3 going into Week 9 with the Chargers at LA. You're going across, you're going to the West Coast. I think you're going to lose that game. Then you travel to the Browns. I do think you have a bounce back game there. So you're 4-4. You're 5-4 going into the Colts. You're going to win that game. I have you sweeping them. You're on 6-4 to the Ravens. I have you guys winning that game. I asked when you guys start to catch fire at the Steelers, at Washington. And then I have you guys winning. So you're on a 5-game win streak going into the Jacksonville Jaguars. You're playing them at home, Week 15. You guys are going to win that fucking game. I have you guys winning that game. Then you guys play Philly at the Eagles in Week 16. I'm going to say if I have you winning or losing. It looks like I have you winning because your next record's 11-4. So I didn't write that out. But I have you guys winning. Well, 11-4. You can play the Packers at Packers. Beat the Packers, win 12-4. I think you guys lose to the Titans because I think either you're playing your backups or you're not. Yeah, you guys seems like you win the division there. You guys play the backups because you beat Jacksonville. So in the end, so you guys do win division. You probably play your backups in Week 18 against the Titans, which you guys will probably lose because this is the backups. You know what I'm saying? So there you go. I think you guys go 12-5, and I think you guys win the division in my eyes. So you guys get a playoff berth. And now for the reigning, defending. I can't go so loud with it because they're not Super Bowl and they're not the AFC champs, but they are the reigning, defending AFC South champions, the Jacksonville Jaguars. Went 13-4, won the division last year, lost to the Bills in the wild card round. Week 1, you guys are playing the Browns. You guys are going to win that. Week 2, playing the Broncos. Probably going to win that. Week 3, I give you the Pats. You're going 2-0 into the Pats. Sorry. Anyways, you're going 2-0 against the Pats. You're going to win the Pats. You're going 3-0 into Cincinnati at Cincinnati. Looks, you got to lose at some point. I think you guys are going to lose in Week 4. Go 3-1. Going to the Eagles. You're probably going to lose. Or no, you're traveling back to your home. Play the Philly at home. Think the Philadelphia Eagles get done there. Then you guys lose the Texans. You're 3-3 at the bye week. At Week 7. It's not better. It's worse than what you guys were last year, but I feel, in my opinion, it shows consistency in Trevor Lawrence's game, which he hasn't shown, and that's why actually the consistency is the reason why I do have you 3-3, because he'll play really good in some games, and the next games he'll look absolutely horrible. It is what it is. So 3-3 going into Week 7, not a bad bye. Then you play the Colts right out of the bye week. You guys are gonna win that. Then you play 4-3 going into the Ravens in Baltimore. You guys are probably going to lose that. Baltimore is looking really good this year. If their coach can put the pieces where they need to be, they'll be back in the playoffs. But anyways, moving on to the Titans. You guys are going to win that Week 10. You guys are going to play the Giants at the Giants. Do you think you guys are better than the Giants? Do you think you have enough, even with them getting just hot around that time? I think you guys do beat them. You're 6-4 into the Titans. You're gonna beat the Titans, of course. Go 7-4 at the Bears in Chicago. You're going to lose. I think Caleb Williams in his second year is going to be way more confident than he was last year. So, therefore, I do think you guys are going to lose the Bears. I think the Bears are looking like the better team going into the season. Then you're at the Steelers. You're going to beat the Steelers. Steelers aren't that good. You're at 8-5 at the Texans, or playing the Texans in Jacksonville. Big moment game. Trevor's going to lose until he can prove to me otherwise that he can't win a big moment. I mean, I know you're playing against a quarterback who also can't win in the big moments, but at the end of the day, I do think C.J. Stroud has proven himself a little more than T-Law, even though T-Law has proven himself. So, not to win big games, though. But, anyways, next you got Giants, Titans, Bears, Steelers, Texans. You lost. Then you're going to play the Cowboys in Dallas. You guys are going to beat the Cowboys. They always suck at the end. Week 17, you have the Washington Commanders. You guys are going to beat the Washington Commanders. And then you guys end the year with the Colts. You guys are going to end up being the Colts. I have you going 11-6 and finishing second in your division. Now, your division as a whole, this is what it's looking like, in my opinion, in my way too early playoff predictions. I think the Texans are going to win the division. I think it's going to be C.J. Stroud's year. I think he goes back to the playoffs this year, and see what happens. Jaguars, you finish second with 11-6, and then bitty bums. These teams are bitty bums. The Titans and the Colts. Titans finish one game in front of the Colts, going 5-12, as the Colts go 4-13. Those are my way too early schedule predictions for the AFC South. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. And I'll see you guys for my AFC West way too early uneducated schedule prediction. See you. It was supposed to look cool, but I didn't hit it off in time because I'm a retard.